want to be a multi-level mom. That mom who is able to harmonize and balance their life without the burnout, without the mom guilt, without trying to figure out what they should actually give up. Good day, everyone. Good day and welcome. Welcome back to the Mompreneur Experience podcast. I am Christine M. Psalms, the Mompreneur Coach. I am a wife, a mom, business owner, dance studio owner, and like I said, the Mompreneur Coach. I am a multi-level mom, helping you figure out what it looks like to balance yourself, to harmonize between being a wife, a mom, a business owner, all of this without burning out. Yes, all of this without burning out. I help you go from no time to me time. Not just for moms, but for women everywhere and men too. I have men that pop in on this podcast too. So thank you for joining the Mompreneur Experience podcast. Let's jump right into this. I'm excited about this topic because it's some things that I have gone through that I want to share with you about my resiliency. So today we're going to talk about resilient for the next. Resilient for the next. We all know life happens, things happen to us, challenges, expected and unexpected and expected challenges arrive. So what does it look like to handle unexpected challenges and setbacks with resilience and adaptability? Sometimes we're resilient, but we don't know how to adapt, or what I like to call the pivot when things happen in our life. So resilient for the next. What is your next? What is the next big thing or the next challenge that's happening in your life, or that you're approaching, or that's getting ready to happen, whether you know it's happening or it just kind of catches you off guard? How do you handle it when there are unexpected challenges? So I'm going to give you some tips and tools today that kind of help you understand that. I am that mom who not only wants you to win, because people want you to win. They say, I want to see everybody win. I do. But I don't want you to just win, but I want you to live. There's a difference between winning and living. So I don't want you to just live. I don't want you to just win, but I want you to live. But not only just live, as my husband says, I want you to be alive while you're living and not the walking dead. Not just kind of operating through life, going through life and just making things happen or things happening to you. So how are we able to handle the unexpected, the challenges? Are you resilient for the next? So I'm going to help you out here. So the first thing that I want you to do is that I want you to either shift your mindset or create a positive mindset if you don't have one. No, I'm not talking about being happy-go-lucky and acting like being oblivious to the world that's around you, like things don't happen, things don't go wrong. But I mean having a positive mindset when things do go wrong. So when I ruptured my Achilles, and I'm going to talk about that because that's just present in my mind, that's something that went wrong. It went terribly wrong. In a boot for 4.5 months, still going through physical therapy. But I had to shift my mindset from having the woe is me, pity party mindset to like, God, why did you do this to me? This is horrible. Why is this happening to me? I can't live. I can't do my job. I can't teach anymore. I can't drive myself everywhere. This is hard. But I had to shift my mindset to something positive. So to cultivate resilience by viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. So the challenges have to become an opportunity for growth. And you're probably saying to yourself, you know what? I don't see an opportunity for growth if you ruptured your Achilles and you were out for 4.5 months and couldn't teach and couldn't drive yourself and still can't dance yet, haven't been cleared to do that. How is that an opportunity for growth? I'm glad you asked, because that's what I asked myself. God, what am I supposed to learn in this? How am I supposed to get through this? What he taught me was, this is me shifting my mindset to a positive mindset. What he taught me was, Christine, I want you to learn how to allow others to do for you what you normally do for yourself. Now, there was nothing wrong with me doing these things for me, driving myself everywhere and bathing myself. There was nothing wrong with me doing those things for myself. But God is teaching me how to further let go, how to further release control. Being very transparent, I do have a challenge with releasing complete control over my life. I feel like if I have complete control, then everything's going to go right. And that's a negative. That's wrong. Because I promise you, God will throw stuff in there just because, just so he can show you, you're not in control. So he taught me and is still teaching me what it looks like for me to hands off, release control, and allow others to serve me in a way that I normally served myself. And you're probably like, oh, I would love to be chauffeured around for the rest of my life. I would love for somebody to bathe me. And, like the movie Coming to America where Eddie Murphy had those women bathing. And I'm sure us men and women out here like would love that, right? But things that you normally do for yourself, allowing others to serve you in that way. Here's the catch. They're not going to serve you in that way, the way that you would do it to a T. They're just not. So when my husband was preparing dinner for the family because I could not get up and down the steps effectively to do it, or I could not stand on my foot, even though I had a scooter to kind of wheel me around the house, it still became uncomfortable or I was in pain. He had to serve the family by cooking for us. Was my husband a top chef? No, he's not. I'm going to whisper that. He's not. He can make little stuff. I've taught him some things and he cooks. But allowing him to serve me in that way, things that I normally do for myself, but in the way that he is able to do it. Here we go, shifting that mindset. That was a way for me to become resilient in the next. Resilient in the fact that although I cannot do this thing for myself right now, I am allowing someone else to do it for me and to serve me in this way, in the way that they can do it. Not expecting him to do it the exact way that I do it, washing clothes and folding clothes and putting them away and helping homeschool our child. There is no way that I should even think about expecting him to do it the exact way. But I had to build up my resilience for the next. So that's what God taught me. That's what it looked like to change my mindset. Adopting a positive outlook can help you navigate unexpected setbacks. And that's what I had to do. That was an unexpected setback in my life, in my whole family's life for that matter. And we all had to learn how to navigate it. And we had to do it with determination and optimism. So, resilient for the next. Are you resilient for your next? Or are you going to crumble under the challenge? Are you going to crumble under the setback? So we have to maintain a positive mindset. The next thing, we have to develop problem-solving skills. And you're probably like, oh, I'm good at problem solving. I can solve it. Here's a thought for you. Approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset. Not just going in complaining about it, but what can we do to make it better? My husband and I, we call ourselves solutionists. When our children give us challenges, when my dad gives us challenges, okay, here's the challenge. How are we going to solve that? First of all, we're going to pray about it. We're going to go to God, not social media. We're not going to blast our issues on social media unless it's a testimony. Let me say that again. We're not going to blast our problems on social media unless it's a testimony. We're not going to drag folk through the mud because they did so-and-so to us, and now here's our challenge. But we're going to give a positive outlook. Break down any complex problems into smaller ones. So when I was challenged, when I went out from my injury, there was a huge gap. I needed to find an instructor for this class that I didn't have an instructor for. So I had to tap into one of my other instructors who wasn't quite sure she wanted to do it or not. But she saw that there was a need because I opened up my mouth and I communicated, here's my challenge, here's my problem. I can't teach anymore. I'm going to be out for a few months. How can you help me solve this problem? What does it look like for you to help me solve this problem? So then I became the problem solver. I developed a problem solving skill to solve that particular problem. I didn't do it alone though. I partnered with someone to help me brainstorm. I partnered with my studio manager to help me manage the daily tasks that I would normally do for myself, giving her more responsibility, knowing that she can do that. So by focusing on practical solutions, this is how we are become resilient for the next. Don't wait till the next happens. Let's be resilient now. So by focusing on practical solutions, you can adapt a more effective approach to unexpected circumstances. A more effective approach to unexpected circumstances. So when things happen in your life, and they will, are you resilient enough? Are you able to adapt or pivot in that challenge? Or are you going to crumble and fall? Are you resilient for your next? Ask yourself, are you resilient for your next? The third thing I want to talk about is having a support system, a circle. I'm going to constantly talk about this until I drill it in your heads. You cannot operate in a silo. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You cannot operate in a silo. Life is happening around you, but are you showing up for your community? Or rather, is your community, do you have a community? Are they showing up for you? Are you in that space? Are you able to lean on your friends in your challenges? Are you able to lean on your mentor? Are you able to lean on your family? Are you able to go to fellow entrepreneurs without feeling threatened? Sharing your experiences, sharing your challenges with them. So seeking a support system from your circle. So to build resiliency for your next, you have to be able to maintain a positive mindset. You have to be able to develop problem solving skills. You have to be able to seek support from your circle. And lastly, you have to be able to stay flexible and adaptable. Are you resilient for your next? Are you? So I'm going to close out my podcast today because I want you to spend the next few minutes and I want you to embrace change. I want you to learn what it looks like to pivot. And I want you to be able to be resilient for your next. I thank you all for joining me today on today's podcast. But let me ask you, are you resilient for your next? What does that look like for you? I am Christine M. Psalms, the mompreneur coach, helping you to go from no time to me time. Until next time, stay blessed. Do you want to be a multi-level mom? That mom who is able to harmonize and balance their life without the burnout, without the mom guilt, without trying to figure out what they should actually give up.